You have a 9% stake now in Commerzbank. Why did you buy this stake?
Well, hello, Francine, and thank you. Why did we buy the stake? I don't think that should have surprised anybody. For a long time, we were clear on our strategy with respect to external growth and in which market, what kind of partners. And we didn't execute because we said that the opportunity was not there, and most importantly, the terms were not there. As a result of the German government deciding to reduce its stake in Commerzbank, we participated in a transparent process, and we were selected to buy the stake, and now we're here. So fundamentally, the opportunity arose, the terms were correct, and we thought it was something completely consistent with what we have guided for a long time.
What's the purpose of your move? Is a Commerzbank takeover your ultimate goal?
Well, ultimately, at the moment, I would put it a little bit differently. We are Commerzbank's largest private shareholders. We have 9%. And we are private shareholders that knows very well how much value can be created in running banks, not only because of what we've done at UniCredit, but also because of what we've done at HVB. And therefore, we have a lot of confidence in the value that Commerzbank can still create, even before one considered any combination. And we're very clear on that. I think the management has done a good job till now. We think that they can accelerate that job, transform further, and achieve much greater results than they have so far. And on that basis, we've made an investment that is already within our metrics. We're transparently engaging on having a discussion on how we can add more value, or Commerzbank can create more value than it has done today, like any other investor. If they do, and when they do, we will be very happy with that. Conversation about an M&A or further combination are on top, and given that we're now an investor, we can engage constructively as to whether we all want to create something more than just the value that can be created by Commerzbank standalone.
But what's the rationality for a merger with Commerzbank? And if you speak to analysts, there are many. And is that the golden El Dorado? Would that be ideal if everything falls into place?
Well, I think that if you set aside for a second what Commerzbank can achieve independently, which I think it's a lot, which is why we have no downside in our investors, in our investment, I think. The ultimate goal is what everybody talks about. Europe needs stronger banks. Europe needs cross-border. Europe needs banks that are capable to support its industry and the development of Europe so that we are an economic bloc that can hold its own against the US and China. And for us, it is only partially a cross-border move. It is a cross-border move from someone that is the third bank in Germany, and a bank that has already demonstrated what can be done in Germany, because we're at the moment running at more than 20% return on tangible equity, at 13% in Germany, which is honestly more than double what the German franchise of Commerzbank is delivering at the moment. We have an operational efficiency cost-income ratio, which is almost 20 points better. And we have consistently been growing the top line more than most of the other banks in Germany. So we believe in Germany. We think that there is space, given the fragmentation of the market, to add further value by consolidating. I do think that that is not only our view, it's the view of almost everyone. And therefore, if there are the basis to do that constructively and to strengthen what we can provide the German economy and Europe, then that is a great move for UniCredit that believes in supporting Europe should do.
You've already applied to go past 10%. Are you planning to buy the next stake that the German government will sell? And would that be the full stake?
Well, I think what we said is we want the flexibility. Flexibility because as a private investor at the moment, we may go up, we may go down, and we may combine. All the options are on the table, and they will be the result of whatever comes out on a very transparent and open engagement, given that now we're public, and it's very simple to engage with all the stakeholders and see if the basis for a combination is there. And if it's not, and it is the basis for sponsoring or propelling further Commerzbank in delivering an accelerated transformation, then we will have delivered a lot of value for our shareholders as well. So I think that flexibility is because beyond 9.9, we cannot increase the stake unless we ask for authorization first. There is the possibility that the government sells down further. We would be interested at the right terms. There is the possibility that we buy in the open market, or there is the possibility we do nothing. But unless we ask for the authorization first, we don't have that flexibility.
Andrea, I was going to ask, how did you build up the 4% stake before the purchase from the government? And actually, had you spoken to the government ahead of all of this?
Well, I think I would say two things. First of all, if we have not moved for a long time, and we have not moved in any of our markets, with the exception of Romania for some time, is because the opportunity was not there. What does it mean? It means that when you go, not only in your market, but especially in a market that is not where you originate from, basically you need support from the local institutions. So we have always entertained a dialogue with regulators, institutions, and counterparts in Germany. Until today, we felt the foundation or the basis to go any further were not there. When during the summer, the rumors intensified that the German government may consider an early sell down, we took the decision to start building on the stake. Also, there was relatively uneasiness in the market, and the prices at which we could build it were quite attractive. And we felt, like we do today, that there was, in any scenario, value to be created. Then, when the government actually decided to do it, and we were part of the investors that they called to buy their stake, we made an offer. The offer was accepted in full, and we moved from 4.5% to 9% in one go. So that's a little bit the steps that we have taken. I would have thought all the relevant stakeholders were well aware of what we were doing, and we would not have moved otherwise.
So after your move, German government officials said that purchase actually caught Germany's government off guard. Labor unions urged Germany to try and stop from more shares being sold to you. We know that the Commerzbank executive board is also trying to prop up some kind of defense strategy. Do you worry about this? Have you spoken to them since?
Well, look, I worry and I don't worry. I mean, from my standpoint, I look at facts. We bought the 4.5% stake from the German government itself. And when we bought it, the German government was well aware we had another 4.5% stake. So implicitly, they were at worst neutral on us building the stake to 9. And we have been known and are known in Germany, given that it is more than a decade that we are in Germany with the third largest bank in the country. So honestly, I do think we've done that transparently and constructively, and we would not have moved had we been told otherwise. With respect to other points of view, I would say that obviously since 2021, Commerzbank has undergone a significant transformation. But I would point you to, if you ever saw negative expressions or negative statement from the Workers' Council of HVB. I don't think you have, as you don't have in the group as a whole. Our culture is to balance all stakeholders. Our culture is we may disagree, but we try to land a solution that is in the interest of everybody. Because we don't think we can win by brutalizing one stakeholder or one shareholder against another. So that has been very successful for us. And at HVB, I think we have created massive value and growth and hired quite a lot of people of young age on the basis of pursuing exactly that culture and that strategy. So I don't think that our approach to workers' councils or to our people or to our stakeholder is let's say, antagonizing or aggressive. Usually we go for compromises and a constructive agreement with them.
Andrea, just a final question, because I know you have to go. Would would UniCredit do an all-cash deal? Is there anything that's off the table now? And do you have a deadline by which you want to either move forward or move on?
No, I think like everything else, and I think, Francine, we've demonstrated that in the last 3 years, we're very patient. We're a patient investor. We're a patient management team, which core objective is improving UniCredit. Through UniCredit Unlocked, we've done what many people thought was not going to be able to be done. We're very excited about the next 3 years. Most of the value that we can still create is there. If we, with this move that allows us to have an open engagement with all the parties, we're able to create more value, either by significantly increasing the value of the stake that we have taken, because Commerzbank will increase value, or by doing something else. Time will tell, but we have no rush.
Andrea, everyone this morning says you're the best deal maker out there. Who do you turn for advice? Anyone? It must be difficult advising Andrea Orcel.
No, or it might be very easy because we are very disciplined with our parameters. So we have not hired banks, and the reason for that is not because of the advice or lack of advice. It's because at the moment we considered ourselves having made an investment that is constructive and that is aligned with all the other shareholders of Commerzbank. How can we get more value out of a franchise that has great potential?